Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute since I posted, so today is 11/12 and we did have the lunar eclipse this week, 11/8, and then the 11/11 portal day. So I'm just gonna get right into the energies of the collective. I know it's been a minute. So what's been going on? I kind of know what's been going on, but it's easier for me to go into the cards. So we'll just let the cards guide us, okay? So how are you guys doing? I hope everyone's doing well. What do we need to know? This has been coming up a lot, okay? Justice, Libra energy, things are getting balanced. So I'm hearing to trust that things are getting balanced. What is this about? I feel like something you've been waiting for so long that hasn't been in your favor is gonna finally be in your favor. It's like things are gonna turn around here. This has to do, this is crazy guys, because I was gonna say Ace of Swords came up reversed. This has to do with lack of truth, lack of communication, people not being honest with themselves, I'm hearing. And then we had Seven of Swords, and that's what it is. It's a lack of honesty and transparency people have with themselves. So I feel like things are coming to the surface, ways that people have been hiding from themselves and hiding from others. It's just like we can't deny the truth anymore, okay? And like Libra justice energy is a lot about the truth. This has to do on like a global scale and a personal scale and a familial scale and a soul scale, okay? And notice I keep saying scale. I'm really trying not to interfere with my own agenda with this reading. I'm trying to let channeled messages come through. So I like that I just said scale a bunch of times because Libra is all about the scales, balancing, okay? So I just heard what goes up must come down as well. We've got the Hermit here. This to me is also talking about truth. Four of Pentacles reversed, letting go, releasing. Seven of Wands reversed. And Eight of Pentacles reversed. Letting go of things that aren't working, letting go of trying to prove your point or to make a point about something. You don't have to do it because the truth is going to be revealed to people whether you voice yourself or not. With the Seven of Wands being reversed, I feel like Seven of Wands is all about like holding your stance, trying to make a point. I feel like this is saying to let that go. With the Four of Pentacles, it's not working. You're wasting your energy, but that doesn't mean that people aren't going to be doing their own self-reflection. This goes with your divine masculine, your family, your brother, your sister, your aunt, your uncle, whoever it is. People need to come to their own truths with everything, okay? We're all divine beings on our own sovereign journey. We can't force anyone to see anything. We can't make anyone see anything, okay? If people aren't coming through or having the awareness that you want them to have, trust and surrender and let go. That's also a lesson for you. All right, so, oh, you know what? I didn't mean to take this deck, but I guess I'll just start with this. I'm gonna go into all this, just straight into all things intuitive messages of closure and just see if anyone coming through. This is a deck for those that have passed over, but I'm going to use it for separation and people you're not currently in communication with. What do they want to communicate to you? I'm going to channel it because, like I said, this deck is actually for those that have passed over. So we'll see what comes through. We have, I realize how much I hurt you. Okay. I'm telling you, you guys, whether they're admitting to you or not, people are having these realizations. Just because someone has this realization, it doesn't mean you have to talk to them, even if they are apologetic, okay? You get to decide what's right for you in your journey. I wish you love and happiness, okay? I hope you can forgive me. Someone is very sorry here. Forgiveness is a huge theme going on this week. I left a piece of me in you. This is beautiful, but this could also be some codependent energy where it's also like that mirroring energy, like they see how much you guys were intertwined. They see themselves in you. This is about forgiveness with ourselves. I just did a post about this, but also realizing that we're all one consciousness. So we can't hurt others without hurting ourselves. And when we do hurt others, it's coming back to us. So it's realizing that as you go along this journey, you realize just how much everyone's kind of dealing with the same wounds, the same issues, the same fears, the same insecurities. We're all one. And, you know, as you guys know, as you interact with people and they voice things to you, you start to be triggered because they're saying something that you resonate with or something that you don't want to face in yourself. So this is, at the end of the day, though, we come into this world alone and we die alone, and everyone's kind of like a mirror for us, right? Yeah. So, but as you go on the journey, it's like everyone's a mirror, but it's also like, really what that means is that it's up for you to really figure out what's going on inside of you, what's being reflected back to you, okay? Let's pull from this Divine Feminine deck. I do need to get to my astrology reading, so it's kind of hard because I'm now playing catch up and I don't know how long not that I'll be back, I didn't really leave, but how much energy I have to do how many readings. So, Goddess of Compassion, you see? Kuan Yin, I love this Kuan Yin. The Goddess of Compassion, I recognize suffering in order to release it. Curiosity breeds compassion. Ariadne, I don't even know how to pronounce this name. Aria Nay, maybe the D is silent. Mistress of the labyrinth. My soul knows the way, and the only way out is through. Okay, that's what this Hermit. We're learning these lessons about self-reliance, about self-discovery. I feel like everything I want to say is coming out a lot more cliche and regurgitated than I really feel. I feel like it's been a very heavily sending time, but there's no words that are like beyond these typical words that we use that it's like I want to be able to verbalize just how pivotal these energies have been in our ascension, but I'm having a loss of words. So perhaps that's something going on in the collective too. We have richness, marine life, and beginnings in the East. This reminds me kind of like an Ace of Pentacles energy. Our emotional, as we dive deep into our emotions, into our inner workings, and we really face these things within us, we're unlocking the key and the answers to our what's the word I'm looking for? Like, not regeneration, but I mean, I want to say regeneration, restoration, but like coming alive. We're coming alive in a way that we've never seen ourselves, all of us. It's not up to us to bang into anyone's head anything. I think we really have to practice compassion ultimately with ourselves. Guilt, I feel like, is coming up a lot lately, realizing how much you're driven by guilt. It's funny because Kyle Cease, I follow him. I noticed he did a whole thing on guilt this morning. I'm like, wow, this is really something I've been thinking about this week, and how, you know, whenever we make a decision out of guilt, it's kind of like a low vibration, because then we couldn't, when we beat ourselves up and then we kind of, it kind of goes against a lot of, like, say, like a 12-step program where they want you to go and make amends, and they want you to, like, suffer for your, not suffer for your sins, but take responsibility. But I feel like if we stay in that place of constantly beating ourselves up, we're disempowering ourselves. We have to take responsibility, but we're disempowering ourselves, and we're living in the past. We're feeding a lion that's already kind of rested, right? And we're then perpetuating the cycle of the things we do out of guilt, which is usually not coming from a place of love. So I feel like we kind of need to stop this mentality of like, well, I need to take responsibility and I need to go back and make all my wrongs right. Because I feel like if you're on this journey and you're spiritual, you understand that people can hear you vibrationally. They can hear where you're at. You don't necessarily have to pick up the phone and text everyone to tell them you're sorry for what you did in 2007, right? Because it's like an energetic exchange that I think people know. And I think when you start to live your life more aligned with love in the current time, I think it naturally makes amends with people from the past. So I don't really believe in opening these doors back up, because there's a reason why you've grown from where you were and where those dynamics were to where you are now. And I don't really believe in going back and revisiting it. I believe in facing that within yourself, your inner workings, like facing what's going on with you as it relates to the current moment. But that's why I think people, like, I guess we're bringing it back to the beginning. People have this thing of like, well, a narcissist should come and apologize, or this person never made it right. I feel like people do make it right. We're just not listening. I feel like people make it right because they live a better life now. And maybe that's not what we want, because our ego is holding on to the justice of them apologizing. But guess what, guys? They gave you a gift with that experience because they gave you illumination on yourself. And that is really the greatest gift you can give someone. So actually we need to kind of do that Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you, and be grateful for everyone on our journey that has triggered us, that has opened these things, because they're all teachers and they don't owe you to come back and make anything right. That's up to you, okay? I know this is not what everyone wants to hear, but like, we do have someone that's saying, I left a piece of me with you, I hope you can forgive me, I wish you love, but it's not, and I realize how much I hurt you. They do realize it, but that doesn't mean that like they owe you anything, okay? Because you have to have that faith and surrender to that feeling and knowingness that they are sorry. And no, not everyone's going to show up in the way you want them to show up, and even if they did, it wouldn't necessarily make it right. So I guess that's just the message I have for you guys. There's just a lot that has been coming to me. I don't even know how to, this is just skimming the surface, but it's really hard for me because I would like to be able to just come on here and speak, but I don't really get the views or the attention. And though that's not why I'm here, it feels kind of like it's landing on deaf ears, and it's kind of a lot of energy for me to come on here and make these videos and then to not get my point across. So I do always have to kind of resort to tarot, but I'd love to be able to come on here and just chat about my observations, but this is a tarot channel and that's the audience I have. And so I'm trying to navigate, you know, there's so many interests I have. I did start my ASMR video channel. That's something I really need to kind of fine tune to feel good about, but there's just a lot of avenues I'd like to be able to go. But to be honest, sometimes I feel very pigeonholed into tarot because that's my audience, and I understand that, but like sometimes it's limiting for me sometimes, but at the same time it is grounding for me because I could kind of get like all over the place. So I'm just trying to figure that out, but that's my little blurb. I'm happy I did it at the end. I hope this reading resonated with you guys on some level. I hope you know that I'm here and I want the best for you, and I want to be able to share my knowledge without imposing anything on anyone, but I want to be able to be a messenger of light and love. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye.